Isn't he beautiful? Now you have to Galopin. Get your wings back up. We'll get out there soon, don't worry.
We've had quite a ball over the holidays here in Mindelo, but now it's time to get to work. Take care of my dear old Galopin. Because, no, I'm not buying a catamaran. The list has been long, and little by little I've been checking off boxes. But the more I checked off, the more the list grew. One big box checked is the boom, and now I had to thread the reefing lines through it. The Sahara sand and dust has made its way back. Yeah.
I'm gonna rinse them off a little bit in the ocean, and then with the bucket.
One by one, I pull the lines through thanks to the messenger.
There it is. That's 3. I got all my lines through there. It was, as usual, kind of tricky, but I did it. So I'll put up the sail. It's a little windy right now, and I'm kind of lazy.
I hoisted the mainsail early in the morning when the wind was mild. I had to get help from a Dilson to get up on the mast to rivet a pulley for the lazy bag. And it became another adventure.
Dilson up there on the mast. I had started to go up first, but he did not quite know how to work the winch, and I was halfway up there and he got tangled up. So I'm like, let me come down, and he had a little trouble, letting me down and stuff, and then I had to talk him through, but he let me down. He's like, maybe it's better if I go up. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. So now he's up there.
In the end, we got it done. God, dinghy, all right. I gotta address this too.
That's the hole. That's where it's leaking air. It's like nothing, but okay. I got a patch kit. I can fix this up. So I've got an old repair kit here. Let's hope the glue is still good and the activator. It's pretty old. I got some pieces. This should do. I don't need much more. Let's keep our fingers crossed that this works, okay?
It looks good here for the moment, but it's still full of water. Here's my friend JJ coming to meet me. We're going to lunch. And there's Peter's dinghy. I'm gonna borrow it so I can sort out my dinghy after lunch.
So I found another hole in my dinghy. I patched up one little tiny hole and I thought that was it, but then I couldn't find anything on top of the dinghy. So
since I had the use of Peter's dinghy, I flipped mine over and found the problem right here.
Plus, in order to patch a dinghy properly, you need to let it dry and set for about 72 hours, or it won't work. I've had that experience before.
And now, where does the water come in?
The back of my dinghy is kind of a mess. There's a valve there that lets the water in and out. And the old valve that was there was leaking. It wouldn't shut right, and finally kind of broke. It was old, so I took it all out and tried to shove something in there, and it kept leaking and leaking. So I kind of like having a hole there to evacuate the water, but at the same time I can't stand when it's filled with water and people get in there. They go, oh, the boat's all wet, my feet are all wet. And I don't like it too, because I can't put anything down on there because it gets all wet. Anyways, the back part of it there, that back wooden panel, it's been too waterlogged, and I'm just gonna let it dry out and sand it down and put something in there, some glue or some resin or epoxy in there. I gotta see what I have. I like using stuff that I have on my boat. As I've noticed, I use stuff I have on my boat, so I don't have to buy new stuff. And like right now, I'd hate to go all the way to the place and buy the stuff. Dinghy's gonna stay up there, it's gonna dry. That's the main thing. I want all that wood to dry. I'm gonna sand it and clean all that up, and then I'll figure out what to put in there. And I used all my epoxy, thickened it, over thickened it. It all of a sudden, once it takes, it gets hard really fast, and I just like shoved it in there. It was still pasty, and then I screwed these pieces of plastic. They're actually cutting board I bought at the Chinese store, so I used that. Screwed it in both sides to plug up the old hole at the back where you could discharge the water if water came inside the dinghy. I don't care about that. Worst comes to worst, I can make another hole, get a proper plug, because this one was not working, and I can stop the water coming in. I can always have a little bucket, a little scoop it out. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Main thing is that it doesn't deflate, and I think it's gonna be okay. Now I just need to let it dry for a bunch of time and get some more. I need to get some more glue to glue the back panel there. That goes into the water. Okay, let's go and find that. Well, I broke down and bought the PVC repair kit with the activator, the cleaner, and the glue. $35, man, for that little tiny pot, that little thing. But I think that's the way to go. I've been talking to people, and I want to take shortcuts and try other types of glue. This is what I'm gonna use. Also reinforcing my floorboards. The whole floorboard is bending and squat under the weight of all these crazy dancers. Pieces of aluminum that have been there ready to reinforce it, but the screws come loose when people start dancing up and down and jumping up and down. Poor Galopin is suffering, so I'm just putting in a few extra screws and reinforcing the bottoms here with the already present reinforcements.
I will add that I added some thickened epoxy also. The dust blocks the sun, damn it.
It's an early morning here, taking advantage of daylight. It's kind of colder, it's windy now. Cold, it's like only 23 degrees, it's freezing. Look, I gotta wear a shirt. Tourists are here, they're coming in droves, boatloads. Cruise ships coming in and out of here all the time, it seems like lately. So I guess it's cruise ship season. They're building a new cruise ship terminal here that will increase the tourist potential for the better. Work, money for the people, and for the worse, money, jealousy for the people. I don't know, it's my opinion. Anyways, I only wish the best for Cape Verde and Mindelo, but I've seen how, you know, gluttony can screw things up. Anyways, time to get to work. Okay. Still on the subject of the dinghy, been letting it dry. I also wanted to sand off one of the floorboards and give it a good coat of varnish, which I found. Might as well do as best a job as I can on this dinghy, and a coat of varnish on that bottom floorboard would be good. My little power sander is like falling apart. It's working, but the bottom here, as you see where the sanding disc goes, is totally like falling apart. Everything falls apart at sea, man. Everything breaks, and I don't know if I'll be able to find a piece like that around here. I doubt it. Power sander, I liked it, but I just had enough to do a good little sanding job on that floorboard. It doesn't have to be perfect. I want to tell you something about my dinghy. I don't want it to be too nice. People will steal it, depending where you are. Not here, but if it's too nice, yeah, it could disappear. I kind of tend to camouflage my dinghy by making it look old and kind of disheveled. I've got the generator running so I could run the sander and charge up the angle grinder batteries and some other batteries that I need, and charge up the batteries. My batteries are not doing that great. I may need to get new ones.
I've treated my batteries like crap. They don't hold a charge long anymore.
Check this out. Galopin sail is almost up. I got all the reefs in. I'm gonna hoist it. down here. Tie this down. This is the line. There we go. That's much better. I still gotta tie it down to the boom. My sail. I know it's old, it's all patched up, but that's my sail. That's the original one. That's how it should be. Galopin likes his original stuff. Maybe someday we'll make you a new one. For now, we're using this. Isn't he beautiful? Are you happy, Galopin? You got your wings back up? We'll get out there soon, don't worry. All right, let's bring you down. That way it comes down nice and folded. Doesn't bunch up in the front too much. Get a nice tug. Like that. There. See, it's nice and folded there. That's how I like it. Galopin's almost ready to go.
Almost ready, yes. We need to set sail again soon. I'm feeling good. Now I just need my Galopin to feel the same.
Hey, thanks for watching. These are our studios on Galopin. You know, it's the good people on Patreon who are making this happen and keep it us afloat. Hope you'll join our community. We've got a lot of cool extra perks like live updates, news, photos, videos that I've taken. And I've even taken a stab at writing some short stories, which are not for general audiences on YouTube. Plus, our friend and patron, Graham, started a WhatsApp chat aptly called Galopin's Cockpit. There we can talk about just about anything we want, uncensored. People from all over have joined. It's this community that's contributing to this Living Adventure series. Woo, it's kind of windy here. Or you can watch for free on YouTube, but make sure you put a like or dislike, or make a comment, and make your voice heard. And definitely subscribe. So thanks for coming along and sailing with us on our winded voyage.